Tens of thousands of Egyptians have gathered today in Liberation Square, or Tahrir Square, for calling for national unity. And also, it is worth mentioning that the banners and signs in the square can tell that it's not only about national unity; it's also about the Palestinians and the Palestinian cause. The protesters, like moments ago, the protesters were shouting slogans, Fatah and Hamas are one hand, and they're saying that the Egyptians are with the Palestinian reconciliation, and that also moments ago we saw the Egyptian protesters burn the Israeli flag, and they were calling on the Israeli ambassador to leave the country immediately. Also, during the Friday speech or sermon, the sheikh that was giving the sermon criticized the Supreme Council, the slow pace of the Supreme Council of Armed Forces in dealing with the sectarian strife that is going on. And also the protesters were saying down with Yahya al-Gamal, who's the Deputy Prime Minister, for not meeting the legitimate demands of the people. And now let me cue you in to what's happening behind me. As you can see, tens of thousands of Egyptians have gathered today in Tahrir Square, and as you can see, the Palestinian flags and the Egyptian flags are all over the square. And also we can see signs saying that I'm an Egyptian and I'm with the Palestinian Intifada. Also, meters away from Liberation Square, we can see thousands of Egyptian Coptic Christians protesting outside the state TV building, as they're calling on the authorities and the interim government to put the culprits that were held responsible for the Imbaba clashes that resulted in the death of 15 innocent people and the injuries of hundreds to be put on trial. But it's worth mentioning to say that the majority of the protesters present today in Tahrir Square are Muslims, even though we can see some Christians, and they're also calling for national unity. Yes, and now I'll be joined in a live interview with Sarah Atla. She's a political activist. So, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us on Press TV. Sarah, can you please tell us about? We know that activists have from all over the political spectrum have been calling for this protest and national unity. So, what can you tell us about that?
Well, I believe today is a very good, group of people uniting today for several causes. For a start, there's the cause of the unity between Muslims and Christians, and unity and a march against sectarianism, and how we don't want sectarianism to be part of our country. We don't want to be a difference between the Egyptian workers and the businessmen. It's another call for a unity between the Arab world, between the Egyptian people, and supporting the Palestinian uprising, the third Palestinian uprising. A lot of people have been calling for this march to Palestine on the 15th of May. Today, as you see in Tahrir, there are a lot of Palestinian flags. I believe they even surpassed the Egyptian flags today. There was this Arab united flags together, showing support for all Arab countries and all the uprisings and the revolutions in all our Arab countries, like Yemen and Syria and Bahrain and so on. So I believe today is a very good call for unity among the people of Egypt, among the people of the Arab world, among the people of the revolution and Egyptian army.
So how do you see the criticizing of the current interim government, and the people, as you heard, were denouncing Yahya al-Gamal, who's the Deputy Prime Minister? How do you see this?
Well, I believe that there's a bit of confusion or a bit of different opinions between people regarding the new government. Some people are supporting the new government regulations or the way they handle things right now. A lot of people see that it's just another extension to the old regime, where Yahya Gamal is one of the people that people have a lot of contradicting views about him. Some of them find him very, I don't know, not pro the people or not pro the protests or the revolution movements. He's somehow representing a lot of what the old regime has been doing to the people. A lot of his statements and interviews were not very popular among the people. They did not like how he acts or talks. Yet we cannot generalize this for the whole government. Through the past few weeks or month, maybe Dr. Assam Sharaf has been doing a lot of efforts to make things a bit easier internally and externally. He's trying so hard to gain much popularity from the people and from the revolution, seeing that he has been pro the revolution since the start. So I don't think people are against the whole government, or they're not actually against them, but they're somehow against some people in the government who are not showing full support like they used to at the time of the revolution.
Yeah, and do you think that the anti-Israeli stance that the Egyptian people we can see happening, how do you see this?
Well, it's always been there, you know. The Egyptian people and people all over the Arab world has been always against Israel, and there's been always supporting the Palestinian cause. Yet, due to the old regimes, there was no channel where we can channel our support to Palestinian people. I recall a couple of years ago there was this march to Palestine. It was very small in number, and it didn't succeed in even reaching Rafah or anything near that. But now the masses are growing. Now people's voices are more heard. Now the communication between the Arab countries has become more and more effective through social media and through the revolutions and everywhere. So I believe the call for the support of not only Palestine but the Arab world versus Israel has been growing and growing, and I believe it's taking a new shape now.
Finally, as a political activist, a message that you would like to send to the whole world today on this call for national unity among the Egyptians and among the Palestinians as well?
I would like to make it very clear that the people of Egypt have always been united, have always been together against all the hardships that they've been facing, and that us as Arab world, we always dream of this unity we have. We, the people, want us back together. We are for peace, we are for unity, we are for solidarity. We don't want anyone coming in between us, either from our government or from external governments. We just want to be there, living in peace together as brothers and sisters. And today is a big, big message to these people to show them that we are there, one hand, one unity, and that's it.
Sarah Atla, our political activist, thank you so much for joining us. Now I'm joined by Salma, a protester that is in Liberation Square. Salma, thank you so much for joining us on Press TV.
Thank you very much.
So how do you see this national unity protest today?
It's amazing. Egyptians, all of the Egyptians, whether Christians or Muslims, rich, poor, students, and very old people are here to express their opinion and say that they are very sad of what happened in Imbaba events, and they're saying many other things and expressing their opinion.
And how do you see also today, it's not only about national unity among Egyptians, it's also among Palestinians and the Arab world. How do you see this?
I see this, of course, amazing. You see here the Palestinian flags are more than the Egyptian flags. You see the flags of Libya, Syria, all of the flags are here. Everybody's here in solidarity with all the Arab worlds, and we hope that we all very soon reach the freedom.
And how do you see as an Egyptian, how do you see the performance of the current interim government? And as you heard, the people were protesting against Yahya Gamal, the Deputy Prime Minister, and also they were criticizing the performance of the Supreme Council of Armed Forces. How do you see this as an Egyptian citizen?
As an Egyptian citizen, for example, I would differentiate between the position of the government and Yahya Gamal. For me, Sharaf and his government, they are really doing a lot of good work. Al-Arabi, for example, he is doing a very good work, and he helped in the signed treaty between Fatah and Hamas, and they are doing very good work. And we all have to understand that there is a lot of pressure, and there is no space place for work, and we have every day a new problem is rising and all of this. But personally, I don't understand what is Yahya Gamal doing in this government. I think he's exactly like the old people in the government who always lie. And he, for example, we see an attack for the army here in Tahrir Square, and he's on the next day on TV saying that nothing happened and they did not use any weapons or anything. I think he's exactly the same kind of the old people, but a little bit more smart. So.
Also, finally, as a protester and present today, that you were willing to come to Liberation Square, what's the message that you would like to send?
The message that I want to say is that, for example, a colleague of mine, he lost his uncle in the Mbaba events, and all of us, it doesn't matter whether we're Christians or Muslims, we were very sad in the company, and we are all here today to say that this is very unfair, and Egyptians did not do this, and we all know it. So.
Thank you so much, Sameh. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay, Karim Gamal-Aldin, what are we to expect tomorrow in terms of the march towards Rafah?
Yes, it's gaining momentum, and today, since dawn, buses filled with people are on its way to Rafah. But we heard that the military will do whatever to block the way of these people from going to Rafah and expressing their opinion and their solidarity with the Palestinians and with the Palestinian cause. But as far as I know, the momentum is gaining. The number of people are going to Rafah. It's increasing, and the number of buses, it's enormous.